Pentraeth Group have held the Mazda franchise for 40 years in 2025. It was the first franchise to be held by Pentraeth Group founder and former teacher Mr. Ken Jones, who is the managing director. Ken chose the Mazda brand for his growing used car and after-sales business in North Wales, as they offered great value, stylish design, reliability, and that remains the case today.
At the time I was a school teacher and I developed the garage, and it was a case of how far can I go? We started off as a body shop. Then we moved on to selling second-hand cars. Second-hand cars is okay, but if you want to move forward, you've got to have a new car brand. And then one day, this guy came along and knocking on the door, and I'd come home after school, and he said, do you want to be a Mazda dealer? I thought he was talking about light bulbs, as everybody does. And I went out and I looked at it, and I went for the drive, only down the road and back. And I thought, this is a complete car. I like this car. And that was it, really. Spoke to the guy who was the rep. I think his name was James Heary, and he said, right, if you're interested, I'll give you time to think about it. I'll go away and I'll come back. And by the time he came back, I'd already decided. In fact, I'd decided as he was leaving, and I've never looked back. And I developed the business from Mazda. Mazda made the company grow.
What I love most about Mazda, it's got to be the heritage and the history around the brand. The RX-7 came out in the early 80s, such an iconic shape. And then, of course, that rotary engine, that's where the obsession began, really. Mazda took that rotary engine to Le Mans. They won Le Mans in the 787. The only manufacturer to ever win Le Mans with a rotary engine. And then, growing up around Mazda, my mum had an RX-8, and I always remember, she picked me up from school in it, and it had these crazy doors, and I was always the coolest kid in the playground because my mum picked me up in this sports car with these crazy doors. And when I see the MX-30 now, it has the same freestyle doors. It just takes me back to that, really. And then MX-5, obviously, have to be worth a mention. Best-selling two-seater sports car. I bought my first MX-5, a 1993 Mark 1 with the pop-up lights. Bought that when I was 14, 15 as like a bit of a doer-upper. And I remember getting it ready, and when I passed my test in 17, I was just so excited to drive my MX-5. And similarly with the MX-30, I jump in an MX-5 now, the newest one, and the shape, and you sit down, get the roof down, it just takes me back to being 17 and excited to drive my little Mazda that I'd worked so hard to get on the road. So yeah, just the heritage and history, I think, is the one for me.
Success. How do you qualify success? I think the best thing really was they were a good company to deal with, and you would go down to meetings and everybody was very friendly, and the managing director, especially John Ebenezer, he's passed away now, but he was an honest man. He used to work for Volkswagen in the account side. He had taken the brand on himself, and he was looking for dealers, good dealers, to take the brand forward. And that inspired me. And then I noticed as well, it didn't take me long to realise that this brand was going places. They started off with a 3 model, which was called the 323, then became the 626. There was a 929, and so we had a range. And then it soon became I was in a situation that really I had to pack up my day job. And after being a school teacher and having a degree in zoology, I had to pack it up because my passion was cars, and I had something here which was reliable. In them days, we used to have 1st of August was the change of the plate, and I've got pictures on the shelf which shows that we had 100 cars, 100 Mazdas going out on August the 1st. And this was in the late 80s, and we've gone forward ever since. It's been the make, and it's not broken yet.
Well, 2025 has been a monumental year for Mazda in Pentraeth, celebrating 40 years, but 2026 is just going to be another level again. Mazda have got the all-new CX-5 coming out. CX-5 is our most popular car line. Really excited to see the changes and developments they've made on that car when it arrives here in our showroom. And of course, the all-new Mazda 6e. That really is just everything you love about the old Mazda 6, but totally future-proofed.
The good thing about today is my son Josh is well into cars. He's been brought up amongst cars, and also he loves the brand. He knows exactly where the future lies with Mazda, and he formulates the way Pentraeth works based on what he knows is happening with the cars. You've got to remember, they come from Japan. It's a long way. There's a lot of Korean cars, there's a lot of German cars. We've had them all, and we still have some of them. But at the end of the day, when a car comes from Japan, you know it's a quality car. And I have never been in a situation where I've been criticising Mazda. I think they are good, and they're going forward. And Josh loves them, and that's it. You've got to love your job, and he does. He's taken the business forward, and so Pentraeth will. There's no reason why it can't succeed and grow at the rate it has done. I look forward to 80 years of Mazda. I don't think I'll see that, but you never know. Josh could still be here. I don't know, they'll probably be all running around in balloons or what by then.
My favourite Mazda is in the 90s, the Mazda RX-7. Very powerful rotary turbo engine, rear-wheel drive, and you've got to be super careful on road tests with the vehicle. Loved it.
I've been at Pentraeth Mazda for just under 3 years now. What attracted me here was the reputation, really. I've knew a few people who have been working here for a really long time, and that just gives you the confidence that you're going to come into just a really nice family-based working environment, which you can't ask for much more than that, really. Since I've been here, we've always scored really highly in customer retention. And I think that's because my job here really isn't to sell you a car, it's to advise you into a car that suits your everyday lifestyle. I've been most proud to represent Pentraeth Mazda in 2025 due to cars like the all-new Mazda CX-80. Flagship vehicle for Mazda, coming back into the 7-seat market, but also in variants like the 6 seats, which is also available in the captain's chairs. And it's just been a really good seller for us. Also coming in September was the 6-year warranty. So it's all new to Mazda. It's a 6-year fully comprehensive warranty, and it covers you for the first 6 years or 100,000 miles.
It's been my life's work, Pentraeth, and I'm incredibly proud of it, and long may it continue. It's in good hands with Josh.
This business has been around a lot longer than I have, which is a tremendous responsibility, one that I take really seriously.
I've got friends and workmates here. I really enjoy working at Pentraeth.
Long-term stability for me and my family.